Okay, so welcome everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to rank advance. And in doing this, I'm going to share a screen with you because I created, I'm a spreadsheet guru. I love spreadsheets. And this is a really great tool to be able to really see everything that goes into it. So hold on one second. I'm going to share the screen. And one second. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Hold on one second. I'll get there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, and don't be overwhelmed by everything that we're seeing. So there's different types of rank advancement. That there's consultant, which is when you have personally enrolled. Actually, I'm going to stop the share right now. Hold on. Consultant is when you have personally enrolled 2 people. When you enroll 2 people, now you're qualified to be paid on all of the volume in your organization, regardless of depth. So really, that's the first step. The second step is manager. So this is you plus 2, them plus 2. So when you have created a consultant, which is you have personally enrolled somebody who has come in with their social security number and their birthday as an associate, and they haven't done the same thing. They've enrolled 2 people. When they become a consultant, when you create 2 consultants, you become a manager. And when you become a manager, if you do it in your first 60 days, you get $250. Now, we talked about this on last week's call. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the manager, director, executive. Really, what I'm going to be talking about is the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. But I just want to fill you in on what these are. So director is when you have personally enrolled 6 consultants, and everybody has to be a consultant, paid as consultant, all at the same time. And if you do that in your first 120 days from the time you enroll, you become a crystal director and you make $750 bonus. And then executive is when you have personally enrolled 10 people who each become consultants, 5 on your right, 5 on your left. And if you do that in your first 6 months, you make a $1,000 bonus. So all told, it's $2,000 in bonuses plus $100 for each consultant you create. So a total of $3,000. Now, that's the first step. That's, getting to executive. That's kind of the on-ramp onto the superhighway, as you will. So really, then the next step is the star ranks: 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, all the way up. It just keeps going. I think the top person we have is 21-star or something like that. But I'm going to go through all of that. So now I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show you really what goes into it, okay? So the things that go into it are, as you can see over here where my cursor is, we have your cycles. Now, most people think, actually, let's go over here and look at what the different ranks are. So 1-star is 10 cycles a week. 2-star is 20 cycles a week. 3-star is 40 cycles a week, and that's a 6-figure income. 4-star is 60 cycles a week, 5-star is 100, and then from there it just goes up by 50. So 6-star is 150, 7-star is 200, 8-star is 250, and on and on and on. So 9-star would be 300, okay? So most people think to get to 1-star or to get to 2-star or to get to 3-star, you just have to hit 10 cycles. And you will do it if you hit, if you hit 10 cycles, you're going to be a 1-star. If you hit 20 cycles, you're going to be a 2-star. But you can do it without hitting that number of cycles too, because there's other things that go into it. And this is what most people don't know. So you have the first thing that goes into it is your cycles. We know this, okay? The second thing is what's called equivalent cycles. And this is where it gets really weird, okay? And I really don't know why the company does this. But essentially, they take all of the PIBs. So if you introduce somebody with a 9-day, you get a $10 PIB. A 30-day here, you get a $25 PIB. A pace setter pack or a total health and longevity, you get a $50 PIB. And a president's pack, you get an $80 PIB. They take all of the PIBs and the coaching bonuses. So if you enroll, if somebody you have personally enrolled orders another 30-day system or a 30-day, a custom 30-day pack, or they order a total health and longevity, they order another pack that has a PIB associated with it, you get that PIB again. How cool is that, right? Now what they do is they add them up, and they add up all the PIBs and all the coaching bonuses, and they divide it by $54, which is what a PIB, or I mean what a cycle is. And then you get what's called equivalent cycles. You don't actually get the cycles, but it's as if you got the cycles towards rank advancing. So for instance, okay, let's change some of these, and you will have access to this spreadsheet, okay? Let's say we don't have anything here right now, and it's Wednesday, and you've sold, say, you've sold a 30-day, and you've had somebody order a 30-day or a custom 30-day that you personally enrolled. They ordered another one, okay? And you are projecting that you've got somebody that you're talking to, and maybe, you know, they're going to do a 30-day, and you've got somebody else who's maybe thinking about a president's pack. Okay, so we fill these in. We have our have and projected. And this handy dandy little spreadsheet I created essentially adds them up, divides them by 54. And here's the thing, it doesn't round. Okay, so this doesn't round. So right now you have 2 30 days. That is 0.93. It doesn't round up. So you don't have any equivalent cycles right now. But you're projecting another 30-day and another president's pack. So now you're at 2.87. So you have 2 equivalent cycles. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody, okay? And if you have questions, you know, type it into the, I'm gonna put the chat up here. I'm gonna move it around. Actually, okay, I'm gonna get rid of the chat for right now. So just hold your questions till we go off of the spreadsheet. So here's where this is one area that you can make up cycles. The other is the executive match. If you are a paid as executive, meaning you have 10 personally enrolled consultants, 5 on your right, 5 on your left, you're paid as executive. Every time the people that you have personally enrolled cycle, you get 10% of it. So essentially, and they do round up here. So anywhere, and you can look at the executive matching key here. So if the people you enroll, you add up all the cycles that they've enrolled, or that they've cycled, and if it's between 5 and 14, you get 1 matching cycle. And you actually do get paid on this cycle. The equivalent cycles you don't get paid on, this one you do. So you get an executive matching cycle. And if it's between 15 and 24, you get 2. If it's between 25 and 34, you get 3. So here's where you can really look and see, okay, and in this spreadsheet, you can put your own people in, but, you know, Mary's cycled once. Joe is maybe 30 points away from cycling. He's got some auto ships coming in. And you can see here, right, what's projected and what you have, which equals 14, which would give you 1. Now, here's where you can really look at it. You could see, well, maybe Martha's actually just a few points away from cycling. Or let's look at Allie. Allie's maybe 50 points or 100 points away from cycling. So this is where you could call Allie and say, hey, let's get you to cycle. You get 1 more and you're at 15. Now you get 2 matching cycles. So this is where you put it all in. So you've got your equivalent cycles, okay? So you have your current cycle. So say we're at Wednesday. You're going for 1 star, which is 10 cycles. We look here, see we're going for 1 star, that's 10 cycles. We've got 2 equivalent cycles, right? Because we're at 2.8. And we've got 3 matching cycles because, well, actually right here we're at 2, okay? I'm sorry, equivalent cycles we're at 2. Matching cycles we're at 1, or we're at 2 now, okay? So now you only have 2 cycles, but you get 4 in equivalent cycles and matching cycles. So you only need 4 more to hit the 1 star rank. And this is where, and I've explained this in the 5 cycle call that I did, that you can put in where you are. Now, if your left side is your high side, then we multiplied this. You can see times the 600, the right side times the 300. You can switch these around, or you can make them both 450. And then you look at your auto ships. Now, I've put a little key where to find these numbers. The auto ships, go to Team. This is in your back office. Go to View Downline Reports. Go to Business Blueprint by category. Then scroll down to the bottom under Auto Ship Estimates. And this is where you can find and this is in real time. On Wednesday, you can see what's remaining to come in for the rest of the week, okay? Then the remaining is you go to your team, view My Team, then scroll down to Current Remaining Volume under BV Summary, and you put in the remaining. So we know how much we needed. We needed 2,400 on the left, 1,200 on the right. We've got 1,600 coming in. We've got 491 coming in on the right. This is how much is remaining, 778 and 709. And this is what we see coming in. Well, we see we've got Mary. We're going to, we're thinking we're going to enroll another Mary. We're going to put her on the left with a 30-day. We're going to enroll Jack with a pace setter. My mom's going to place another order because mom's going to help me out. And that tells me what's possible coming in. And this is where you can do your working list. So if you've got, another person, you've got George, and you're working on George, and you think, maybe George could do a president's pack. So you can play with this and really see where you are with this, okay? So, so really going back then, what I have seen people get to 3-star by hitting 32 cycles. 3-star is 40 cycles, but I've seen people do it by hitting 32 with equivalent cycles and matching cycles. I've seen people hit 4-star by hitting 50 cycles. Now here's a big part of it, okay, a big strategy. President's packs are worth 3 times more for equivalent cycles than 30 days. 3 times. So say you had 4 30 days. That's going to give you 1 cycle. You're at 1.8. They don't round up, so you get 1 cycle. Now imagine you had 4 president's packs. You're at 5. And you're almost at 6. Okay? Plus you have the points. So in going for rank advancement, president's packs, they're your key. I had somebody, Lindsay and Elliot, when they were going for 4-star, they sold 7 President's Packs that week. 7 President's Packs gives you 10 equivalent cycles. Okay? I think they hit, I don't know, I don't remember, but they got 10 equivalent cycles because they sold 7 President's Packs that week. So the key is a President's Pack is worth more than 3 times what a 30-day is. The other thing that you really want to look at, one of the packs that I love for the coaching bonus is the Total Health and Longevity. Total Health and Longevity is basically a 30-day plus the vitamins. It's $389, and it's a $50 coaching bonus. So it's worth 2 30 days. So if you've got somebody who started with a President's Pack, they're going to like the vitamins, and maybe they want to keep doing a 30-day. Have them do the Total Health and Longevity. The other thing is, custom packs are phenomenal. Really look with your people at what they can be doing to create, to put things into a custom pack, because they're going to save 10%. Plus, you get the coaching bonus. It's a win-win for everybody. They save some money, and it helps you rank advance. So basically, you're just going to use this spreadsheet, and we're going to go over strategies in a second. But essentially, say you wanted to hit 2-star, you were at 5 cycles. You just put in, where do you think you're going to be, and you can look, where are you right now, and where do you think you're going to be. You can run it both ways. Okay, but this is a great tool to really getting you to the next rank. I've had people hit 2-star by cycling 13 times with their executive match and with their equivalent cycles. So I'm going to take it off the share right now, and I will make this spreadsheet available to everybody. Okay. So now I'm going to put up the chat so I can see the chat. So if you have any questions, you can certainly type them in, but here's where I'm going to really go into the strategy. First off, optimal timing. There's times of the month when you're going to have more cycles than you would at other times. The beginning of the month, or really around the first of the month, and in the middle of the month, because frankly, that's when people are paid. So you really want to think about timing it. And you can look 2 weeks ahead, because you can see in your auto ship estimates how much is going to be coming in. And you can look historically, what has been a bigger week for you. And that is a week that you really want to then zero in on. Okay, so first, optimal timing. Second thing is, if you're going for 1-star, you get $500 the first time you hit it and $500 the second time you hit it if you are a paid as manager. But here's the key. You have to be a paid as manager, meaning you have 2 personally enrolled consultants every day of the week. So the company, think of it like a bank. They look at everything by 9 p.m., by the end of the day. So by 9 p.m. on Sunday, on Monday, by 9 p.m. on Monday, if you are a paid as manager, you're a paid as manager for Monday. So when you're going for 1-star, you want to be a paid as manager every day. When you're going for 2-star, you want to be a paid as director every day. And when you're going for 3-star, you need to be a paid as executive. Now, to get the matching cycles, if you're close to, say maybe you're close to executive, I would do a push to get to executive by Monday, so you get the matching cycles for the whole week. Now, they're going to give you matching cycles each on a day-by-day basis, but it only counts on the days you're an executive. So say you got back to executive on Wednesday, the people that you personally enrolled, their cycles don't count Monday and Tuesday, just from the day you got back there forward. Okay, so if if you're really, the cycles are going to be a stretch, get to executive as soon as you can. Okay, so that's the next thing. The other thing is check your people's status. Check your status. Make sure you're not going to fall off. Make sure somebody didn't push their auto ship out. If you're going for 3-star and you're paid as executive, you want to make sure that nobody's in grace period. You really want to be looking at that every single day. I've seen people fall off, paid as executive. They're going for 3-star. They fall off paid as executive. They don't get paid. They don't get the $1,500 bonus. Now they'll do it the next time they hit it, but it's kind of a like, oh, I wish I would have gotten it then. Again, President's Packs. And this is where you can offer incentives. I have a lot of people. You're going to get if you're enrolling a lot of people that week, you're going to get double PIB. Double PIB on a President's Pack is $160. Okay, double PIB on a 30-day is $50. So a lot of times people will say, look, just this week only, if you upgrade to a President's Pack, I will give you $100 back. You're still money ahead because you've made $60 instead of $50, right, with the double PIBs. But that President's Pack, again, is worth 3 times what the 30-day is in equivalent cycles. So offer incentives. You don't have to, but if it's going to make or break it, oftentimes it really helps to offer incentives. Look at your personally enrolled. See who's got auto ships going out that week and talk to them ahead of time about ordering a pack. Sorry, guys. Really makes a big difference in having them order a pack. Okay, have other people go with you. Here's one thing: you can hit 1-star and 2-star on your own. I've seen people do it. I did it. Just sheer will, dogged determination. You can't hit 3-star on your own. You just can't. You've got to have a team going with you. So what you want to do is a couple weeks out now, have a big push week, generally the first of the month. We're doing a push week October 31st through November 6th, because that's going to be a big week. And that's where you want to, talk to your team ahead of time and see who wants to go for the 5-cycle bonus, who wants to go for 1-star. Okay, but here's the beautiful thing, and I've seen this time and time again. People will, so we've got, I remember once we were looking at it and we were gonna, Linda said she wanted to get to executive. So, okay, we're gonna really work hard to get Linda to executive. But then we saw, well, when she gets to executive, she's gonna be really close to getting to 1-star too. So, let's go all the way. Let's get her to 1-star at the same time. Christy, I'll answer your question in one second after I tell this story. Okay. So Linda is going for executive. Now let's get her to 1-star. But if Linda gets to 1-star, well, then that's going to push Lindsay and Elliot to 2-star. Okay. And if they get to 2-star, well, I'm going to get to 4-star. And frankly, that's how it all happened. So you kind of build from the bottom up. You're building people. So you find out who wants to go for it. Well, what do they need to do? What's the gap that they need to fill? If they fill that gap, who else is it going to bring up to the next level? And who else? So you get sticky notes, Post-it notes, and you start stacking them on your wall and putting them around. What is each person going to do to get there? And that is how you get to 3-star and 4-star and 5-star and 6-star. You can't do those things on your own. So, Christy, let's see, does Isagenix automatically put equivalent cycles into effect to replace cycles when you're close? Or do you have to communicate to Isagenix you want? Okay. They automatically put it into place, and I was going to cover this at the end. Here's a little bit of a funky part of it. You need to keep track of it because daily pay, so your pay setter and your president's packs, if those go in Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of the week, because the Isagenix, they close out the pay week. They close the computers and do the commissions on Wednesday. It's through Sunday, but they do it on Wednesday. If those go out Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, they get closed in the previous week. And so those won't go into it. So I've had people who are going for 2-star. I've had this happen quite a few times, who are going for 2-star, who sell a president's pack at the beginning of the week. And they're counting that towards equivalent cycles. And but then they don't automatically get the rank of 2-star. And we're wondering why. And let me tell you, I went to bat and basically said, okay, this is what we need to, this is what they hit, and they give it to them. But what I found, and I actually spoke with somebody in commissions and went through all of this with them. Most people don't even know they get equivalent cycles, so it's never an issue, but they do. So if they don't hit it, they don't even know they should have hit it. But if you sell a daily pay pack, a president's pack or a pay setter pack or a business builder pack on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, then we need to call the VIP line on the next week on Monday and let them know you hit this rank and this is how you did it, and then they'll give it to you. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Other kind of strategies. So look, we have access 2 weeks early to what's going to be going out in auto ships. So on, Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time, we have access to the next week, but we have access to the following week. So you can see if you've got a big week coming up, run the numbers, see what your auto ships are. Okay, see how close you are to that rank and what you could really do, particularly with equivalence. Again, sell a bunch of president's packs, you're going to hit it. Okay. Again, the other thing is time it with the seasonal shakes. I have seen so many people rank advance because of the seasonal shakes. The next seasonal shake coming out, I don't have absolute confirmation on this, but I have heard that it is going to be mint chocolate. And when that comes out, you're going to have a whole bunch of people who are going to want to order that shake, which is going to drive cycles up. So that's when you contact, and sometimes we actually will do this on a Monday. We know that seasonal shake's coming out the next day. We have people who could rank advance, and we just work in the phone saying, okay, who's in, who wants to participate? If this person gets to this level, it's going to push you to this level, and you work up the chain. So you find who are the people who want to hit, manager. Who are the people, and how many people are they going to have to bring in for that? Who are the people that want to hit the 5-cycle bonus? How much more are they going to need to bring in? And if they bring in that, who above them is that going to take to the next level? And you put a team of people together. This is how all the big rank advancements have happened in my team. When I hit 3-star, I had 2 people hitting 2-star that same week. I had 3 people hitting 1-star. I had 3 or 4 people hitting executive. Okay. We all timed it all at the same time. So everybody's working like crazy, putting orders in that week. Really, working hard. If you're pushing for a big week and you've got orders that come in after Friday, anything after Friday is not going to ship till Monday anyway, so wait till 9 p.m. to put it in go in the next week if that's the big week that you're pushing for. And if everybody's going at the same time for a rank advancement, that's when, again, the magic happens. And really, basically, you know, that's what goes into it. So remember, it's your actual cycles, it's your equivalent cycles from PIBs and coaching bonuses, all added together, and it is your executive matching cycles if you're an executive. You add those together, do it with the spreadsheet, and really see where you're going to be. And you might be closer than you think. That's how we've had people hit executive 1-star, 2-star in the same week, because everybody's pushing. You know, last big push we did, we had somebody hit 4-star, we had somebody hit 3-star, we had 2 people hit 2-star, we had 4 people hit executive. Everybody was pushing at the same time. So with that, any questions before we wrap this up and just keep it nice and short? Okay. What causes someone to go into grace period, and how do they come out of it? Okay, so grace, there's 2 types of grace period. Grace period, your personal grace period, is when you have to order 100 points of product every 30 days. Now, your grace period is 5 days after 30 days. So you have actually 35 days to do it, okay? So if you placed, your last order you placed was on September 10th, you were active through October 10th, and you actually have till October 15th to place the order. Between October 10th and October 15th, you are in grace period. But sometimes people will see, when they're looking at their list of consultants, you know, particularly if you're trying to stay at executive or stay at manager or director, and you see that your consultant is in grace period. It could be one of 3 things, and this is where you just need to investigate. You need to see, when are they active through. You can click on them, you know, and maybe they've pushed their auto ship out. You look at their active date and you look at their auto ship date, and you change the view in your screen from team view to large view. And when you, or actually no, in team view you can see it. In team view you can see their active date. They're active through, you know, October 10th, and their auto ship date is October 15th. So they're going to be fine because the auto ship's going out in time. If their auto ship was October 17th, they're not going to be fine, and you want to call them up and tell them, hey, it's 2 days back. But it could also be that one of their personally enrolled people to keep them at consultant is in grace period. Okay, so they're in grace period, they're not in jeopardy of losing their points, but they're in jeopardy of losing their status as consultant. So what you want to do is you want to look at that person in team view, see their active date, their auto ship date, and how many BV they've ordered in the last 30 days. They've, you know, and if that looks good, then you click on the little plus next to them in team view, and you look at their people, and do they have one on the right and one on the left who are essentially, you know, do they have somebody who's going to fall off? And that could be why they're in grace period. The other thing is you want to investigate that. You want to see, but there's a weird thing, because it doesn't calculate till the end of the day. So if their active date is October 10th and their auto ship goes out October 10th, for that one day, because again, it doesn't calculate that the auto ship went out till the end of the day, it will show that they're in grace period. So you could look and see their auto ship date is October 10th, their active date was October 10th. Their next auto ship is set for November 9th, which is 30 days out, and they've got 211 BV, probably what happened is their auto ship went out that day. So hopefully that makes sense, Luke. So any other questions? Okay, fabulous. With that, I will just say goodbye to everybody. And here's the thing. One last thing with this is you're not necessarily going to see how it's going to happen. The spreadsheet helps you see how it's going to happen. And your people are not necessarily going to see how it's going to happen. And what I see time and time again is people get to Wednesday and they're not as close as they want to be. And so they say, you know what, it's not going to work. I'll do it another time. They give up on Wednesday. They're not even halfway through the week. You don't give up until 9 o'clock on Sunday night. If you're going to go for it, commit to it. Put everything you have into it. You may not hit it, but you're going to get farther than you would have had you not gone for it. People give up because they don't want to fail. But I see this time and time and time again. The people who hit it, they don't see how it's going to happen till it actually happens. And it always comes down to the wire on the last day. It always does. So on the week that you're going to, the week that you're going to rank advance, don't plan anything on Sunday. It always comes down to Sunday. So don't plan that you're going to go out of town or you're going to have a big party Sunday night. Plan that you're going to be like working like crazy till 9 p.m. Pacific time or midnight Eastern time hits, and that clock clicks over, because again, it always comes down to the last bit. So with that, everybody have a fabulous, fabulous evening, and I will talk with you all next week. Next week, we will be talking about the leadership pools, particularly the executive pools. So thanks, everyone. Bye, guys.